My precious child, I have called you by name to this very moment because I have seen the silent weights you carry. Before you even knew how to breathe, I was there, weaving the tapestry of your life with threads of purpose and infinite love. You are not here by accident, nor is it a coincidence that these words are reaching your ears right now. I have orchestrated this divine appointment across the vast reaches of time just to speak directly to the depths of your soul. I know every thought that has crossed your mind today, every sigh that has left your lips, and every hidden tear that has fallen when no one else was watching. I am here to tell you that I see you, I know you, and I am moving in ways you cannot yet perceive to bring beauty from the ashes of your current struggle. The shadows of doubt have tried to convince you that your voice doesn't matter and that your situation is beyond repair. The enemy of your soul has whispered lies that you are too far gone, too broken, or that my grace has finally reached its limit for you. He wants you to keep scrolling, to stay distracted, and to believe that this message is meant for someone else, someone holier or more deserving. But I am interrupting that cycle of discouragement right now with the power of my truth. You are the one I am pursuing. You are the one for whom I left the 99. Do not let the noise of the world or the accusations of your past drown out the gentle whisper of my spirit. This moment is your invitation to lay down the heavy burden of trying to be enough and finally rest. I am Jesus, your Savior, your shepherd, and the constant heartbeat of your existence. I am not a distant figure locked away in ancient history or a statue frozen in a cathedral. I am alive and standing right beside you in the messiness of your daily life. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever, which means my commitment to you never wavers, regardless of how many times you feel you have stumbled. While the world bases its acceptance on your performance, your appearance, or your bank account, my love is rooted in my own unchanging character. I am the anchor that holds you steady when the storms of life threaten to pull you under. I am inviting you to move beyond just knowing about me, to truly knowing me as your closest friend, the one who understands you better than you understand yourself. Too often you have settled for a religious version of me that is cold, demanding, and hard to please. You have spent years trying to check off boxes of good behavior, hoping to earn a smile from a God you perceive as a harsh judge. But I want to pull back the curtain and show you my true heart, a heart that beats with a relentless, passionate love for you. I don't want your rituals if they don't lead to a relationship. I don't want your empty words if they aren't coming from a place of sincerity. I am looking for that secret chamber in your soul where you hide your fears and your deepest shames. I want to enter that space, not to condemn you, but to flood it with light and healing. True intimacy starts when you stop hiding and start trusting my love. Real, unconditional love is not a myth or a poet's dream. It is the very essence of who I am. I don't just have love to give, I am love itself. Every sunrise you witness is a handwritten note from me, reminding you that my mercies are new every single morning. Every breath that fills your lungs is a gift of my grace, sustaining you even when you feel like giving up. You have spent so much energy searching for this kind of love, in people, in achievements, and in the approval of others, only to find yourself empty and exhausted. Those things were never meant to satisfy the hunger of your soul. I am the bread of life and the living water that can quench that deep, aching thirst inside you. Stop running toward things that cannot love you back and come home to me. Let us speak of the mistakes that keep you awake at night, the regrets that weigh like lead in your stomach. My blood was not shed for a perfected version of you that doesn't exist. It was shed for the you who makes mistakes, the you who feels weak, and the you who has failed. There is no sin so dark that my light cannot penetrate it, and no debt so large that my sacrifice hasn't already paid it in full. When I look at you, I don't see the list of your failures or the moments you've fallen short. I see the righteousness of my Son covering you like a beautiful robe. I have removed your transgressions as far as the east is from the west, burying them in the deepest sea of my forgetfulness. You are completely forgiven, totally redeemed, and irreversibly accepted forever. The cross was the ultimate declaration of your value. It was there that I took upon myself every sickness, every curse, and every consequence of the brokenness in this world. I didn't stay on that cross, and I didn't stay in the grave. I rose again to ensure that you could walk in victory. This victory isn't just for the afterlife. It is for your life right here and right now. I am breaking the chains of generational patterns and the addictions that have gripped you. You are no longer a slave to fear or a prisoner of your past. Because I live, you can face tomorrow with a hope that is anchored in eternity. The power that raised me from the dead is the same power that is working within you to bring transformation. You are not a victim. You are more than a conqueror through me. I see the mask you wear so well, the one that tells the world you are fine while your heart is silently breaking. You have become an expert at smiling through the pain, performing your duties while feeling like you are drowning just beneath the surface. You worry that if people knew the real struggle, they would turn away. But I want you to know that I am the one who draws closest when the world pulls back. I am not intimidated by your mess, and I am not weary of your questions. You don't have to perform for me or pretend to have it all together. Bring me your exhaustion, your burnout, and your quiet desperation. Let me be the safe place where you can finally take off the armor and simply be held. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. I am intimately aware of the practical needs that keep you pacing the floor at night. I see the bank statements that don't add up, the bills that seem like mountains, and the physical symptoms that cause your heart to race with anxiety. I am the God who provides, the one who sees and provides for your every necessity. Do not let fear dictate your future. Let faith in my provision guide your steps. I am opening doors that no man can shut and directing resources toward you from unexpected places. I am touching your body with my healing hand, restoring what the enemy has tried to steal from your health and vitality. Trust me with the details of your survival, for I care for the lilies of the field and the birds of the air, and you are worth so much more to me. You often wonder why things take so long and why the answers to your prayers seem delayed. But remember, my timing is not based on human logic. It is based on divine wisdom and perfect love. While you see the delay as a denial, I am using the waiting room to build a character in you that can sustain the blessing I am preparing. I am aligning hearts, moving mountains, and arranging circumstances behind the scenes that you cannot even imagine. If I gave it to you before you were ready, it would crush you. I love you too much to let that happen. Be still and know that I am God. Your breakthrough is not late. It is arriving at the exact moment it will bring the most glory to my name and the most good to your life. Stop believing the lie that you must reach a certain level of spiritual maturity before I will help you. I am not waiting for you to get your life together. I show up to help you get your life together. My love is the catalyst for your change, not the reward for it. You don't have to pray longer, give more, or act more religious to get my attention. You already have it. I am the God of the second, third, and thousandth chance. When you feel like you failed me yet again, remember that my grace is deeper than your deepest pit. I am your advocate in the courts of heaven, standing between you and every accusation. My mercy is not a limited resource that will eventually run out. It is an overflowing fountain available to you right now. I am your shield and your fortress, the strong tower when you find safety from those who wish you harm. I see the arrows of criticism and the words of judgment that have been launched against you.
I am the one who will vindicate you. You do not need to defend yourself. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, not because you are invincible, but because I am your protector. I am silencing the voices that speak lies about your character and thwarting the plans of those who work in darkness to hinder your progress. You can walk in peace, knowing that the King of Kings is guarding your reputation and your future. Rest under the shadow of my wings, for no evil can penetrate the boundary of my presence. You are safe in the hollow of my hand.
Come to me with the simple faith of a child, laying aside the need to figure out every theological mystery. You don't need a degree in divinity to experience the power of my Spirit. You just need a heart that is open to receive. The world values the sophisticated and the complex, but I delight in the humble and the sincere. If you have just a mustard seed of faith, it is enough to move the mountains that stand in your path today. Don't let the weight of the world's problems make you cynical or hard. I am restoring the joy of your salvation and the wonder of knowing me. Like a loving parent, I am taking you by the hand and leading you through the labyrinth of life. You don't need to know the whole map, you just need to trust the guide. Hear my prophetic declaration over your life this day. The seasons of drought are ending, and the rains of my favor are beginning to fall. I am restoring the years that the locusts have eaten, bringing back the dreams you thought were dead and buried. You will see a harvest from the seeds of prayer you sowed in tears years ago. I am breathing new life into your weary bones and igniting a fire in your spirit that the world cannot extinguish. Your house will be a place of peace. Your hands will be used for my glory, and your story will become a testimony of my faithfulness. What was meant for your evil, I am turning for your good. Watch as I make a way in the wilderness and rivers in the desert of your current circumstances. I am doing a new thing. I am the great restorer of relationships, and I am moving in your family even as you listen to these words. I see the silence between you and those you love, the bitterness that has taken root, and the misunderstandings that have built walls of separation. I am softening hearts that have been hardened by pride and healing wounds that have been open for decades. Forgiveness is beginning to flow like a gentle stream, washing away the grudges and the pain of betrayal. I am bringing the prodigals home and reconciling those who have been estranged. Trust me to do what you cannot do with your own arguments or efforts. My love is the glue that can mend the most shattered bond. Expect to see unexpected phone calls and sudden shifts in the atmosphere of your home very soon. Your purpose is not a mystery to me, and I am bringing clarity to the confusion that has clouded your vision. You were created for such a time as this, with unique gifts and experiences that I want to use to touch the lives of others. Stop comparing your journey to the highlights of someone else's life. Your path is handcrafted by the Creator of the universe. I am giving you a fresh sense of direction and the courage to take the next step, even if you can't see the entire staircase. You will no longer wander aimlessly, wondering if your life has meaning. Every struggle has been a training ground for the influence you are about to step into. Walk boldly into the calling I have placed upon you, for I am with you always, providing the strength you need. Receive my peace right now, a peace that surpasses all human understanding and guards your heart and mind. This peace is not dependent on your circumstances being perfect. It is a supernatural calm that remains even in the middle of the storm. Let go of the need to control every outcome and trust that I am the sovereign King who holds the universe together.
When you feel the familiar grip of anxiety, breathe in the reality of my presence and breathe out the worries of the world. I am your Sabbath rest, the quiet center where you can find refuge from the chaos. You can sleep soundly tonight, knowing that the one who watches over you never slumbers nor sleeps. My peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you, and it shall never depart. As we conclude this time together, carry this truth with you. You are never alone, never forgotten, and never beyond the reach of my love. This message is not just words on a screen. It is a lifeline thrown to you from the heart of heaven. Walk in the freedom of your forgiveness and the confidence of your identity as my beloved child. If this word has touched you, do not keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who is struggling in the dark, for you might be the answer to their desperate prayer. Subscribe to this channel to stay connected to my voice, and type "I receive" in the comments as an act of faith. Go now in my strength, my grace, and my perfect peace. I love you forever and always.